Thanks for checking out the Men Without Flaws podcast. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And definitely check out our website, localbigtime.com. I kid you not, we have had a rough one. I would have to say it probably started Monday. We're back to 0 safety days, folks. This one's the first one in my life. Probably was the Super Bowl last weekend?
Yep.
Was that
No.
2 weekends ago?
Nope. 2 weekends ago.
That was 2 weekends ago?
I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't last weekend.
All I know is I had a little Buffalo Wild Wings the night before, a couple seltzers, combination for the, I would say, lube of the butthole area. And the next morning, I'm going to go walk to my car to work out. Thought that fart was pretty questionable. And it was, actually. And I'm actually, now that I think about it, I'm more impressed that I stopped mid-walk to check on the situation because I thought that was a warm fart the whole way. Yeah. To all you viewers out there that still haven't connected the dots, I shit myself. I shit those workout spandex so bad. We have a little picture here for the viewers. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. So those things are right in the trash. You can't come back from those. There's no way I'm throwing those in the wash and wearing them again. So completely ruined my entire Monday. I didn't go to the gym. I couldn't believe myself. I was disgusted in what just happened. I mean, sure, yeah, I've pissed the bed from time to time, but shitting your pants while walking to your car from the house, that's a new time low for me. So I blame the Buffalo Wild Wings and the Bud Light seltzers. Perfect combination. But that did remind me of the time, Riley, do you remember when we were working the hockey camp, that little kid who had the skid mark on his underwear?
Yep. Racing stripes.
Those
Racing
things,
stripes. That was incredible.
so bad.
I mean, the worst part about that was he was definitely, because I was probably happened around lunchtime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
so
I guarantee you that kid, that's the worst part about the whole thing, is that kid definitely did not change for the rest of the day.
no, the best part is, my favorite part is, so I go to take a piss in the stall, right? And I look over and I see I see someone's blue shoes with the fucking skid mark from fucking hell. And I am just pissing my pants. And my whole time I'm thinking I got to figure out whose shoes those are so I can line it up to the person, right?
Yeah.
And there's like, I don't know, maybe like 200 fucking kids, and I actually saw him from a distance too, and he's just like this, just fucking
Yeah.
walking
He's a
straight.
board. Definitely a board.
I was like,
Oh, man.
so I pull him aside. I'm like, hey, dude. I'm like, you okay? Yeah. I go, hey. Are you okay? He's like, yeah. I go, are you sure? I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, if you need anything, just let me
Yo,
know. Like,
time out.
it's okay.
I didn't know you pulled him out and you
Sniped
interrogated
him.
him a little bit.
Yeah, sniped him from. So I'm doing a lap around. These kids are all in this like TV room watching stuff, and I'm like, oh, I gotta find this kid because this is just like, I mean, imagine walking around the like your shit covered
No,
underpants all
no,
day. Like
no,
that's just fucking miserable. Rub it all over your butt cheeks and stuff, just
no,
spread it.
no.
So yeah, I was like looking around to see like where the kids' shoes were, and I find him right, like little pudgy kid. So I go up to him like, hey, buddy, you okay? And as soon as I walked up to him, he's like, this, like, yeah, everything's fine, everything's fine. I'm like, listen, if you need anything, just let me know. Like, I'll be right here. I'm like, don't hesitate. Like, you don't even have to, like, if you need anything, like, just pull me aside. no questions asked. And
I
he,
won't tell your friends
yeah,
anything
like
about
no
it.
questions asked. And he was like, nope, no, I'm good. I'm like,
It
oh,
was probably, dude, honestly, like we talked about, it's probably those kids, man, with the soft serve ice cream, 7 o'clock in the morning in the
oh.
dining hall. It's probably one of those cocktails, the Pepsi, the
I
soft
mean,
serve ice cream, and the Skittles for breakfast. That's probably what did them in.
college cafeteria food in general just gives you just pure diarrhea and
Yeah.
green shit to start out with without even without even adding like pizza and fucking hamburgers to the mix.
Yeah.
Like now you have like kids that are just crushing soda, pizza, hamburgers, like chicken tendies, like
All
oh
before, all early, like no joke, no jokes. Like honestly, like before 9:30 in the morning.
yeah,
Like I remember
9:30
I'd
in the
take
morning. Just
you and
like
I remember, like, we'd have them in the dining hall, bro. We'd be like watching what these kids are coming out with, and they got. I mean, the soft serve ice cream was just turned on literally at 7:10. So
they're putting their mouths on the fucking
yeah,
nozzle. Just
they're funneling it into their mouth at
yeah.
7:30 in the morning.
And people are
Crazy.
like, yeah, there's an obesity problem in the United States if
Yep.
no one knows. It's like, what? Yeah, are you fucking stupid? There's like 1,000 crushing Skittles right now. It's 9 a.m. Speaking of skid marks, I heard you guys played Harvard. Is that true? What's give us some updates from the bubble.
Yeah. So I'm home now. I got home on Tuesday. It was a good, very great, good experience. Long, down there for a long time, and once you're there for a while, obviously things start to get old. Seeing the same thing every single day, and we really weren't allowed to get off and leave because of obviously it was a bubble. So
Yeah,
definitely a great experience. Hats off to the league for giving us that opportunity to play, and it was very cool. But yes, like you said, we played Harvard. So Ivy League's obviously canceled this year. So
that sucks.
Harvard decided to send most of their team. I would say probably about 75-80% of their team down there.
Hey, was Solon there?
He was not. I was looking for him. He was not
Ooh,
there.
no, I'm kidding.
He wasn't there. But they did have two pretty big name guys that I'm sure a lot of people know. And when I say it, so John Farinacci and Henry Thrun, both World Jays winners. And
My bad.
watching them on TV. Obviously, they're really good. And I know Farinacci especially had a tournament and a half in the World Jays, but
Yeah.
these guys playing against them, they're unbelievable,
I,
unbelievable. And the best part of this whole thing is we were winning 2-rip in the beginning, and I think
they
they,
just flipped the
well,
switch.
first of all, like we're winning 2-rip, right? And we're on the bench, and everyone's hooting and hollering. I'm like, I know what's coming because I get it. Like I know exactly what's
Seen it
coming.
at the camp.
Yep. And they get pissed off. But literally, dude, like they showed up to. I'm not even kidding. We were on the ice. Like we were supposed to go on. I don't remember what time. But say like we are supposed to go on at 3:10 for
Yeah.
warm ups. We're out there. We're out there at 3:10 for warm
Dynamic
ups,
warm up.
and they're just like 3:30 comes around, and there's like four guys on the ice
Putting their
because
practice.
they all had school.
Yeah.
They all had school, so like a lot of them showed up late, and they like still like no warm up. These guys got right into it, and obviously like going pretty hard. Like you wanted to kind of make a name for yourself. Playing against Harvard, right? You don't want to get embarrassed. So
Yeah. It's a
uh,
scouting opportunity.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, like we were up 2-rip, and I knew it was coming as soon as we went up we went up 1-0. Okay, then we went up 2-rip, and it was like these guys like a switch flipped, and that was it. I think we lost like 7-2 or something like that. But it was really cool experience, and hats off to those guys. They're studs, man.
That's sick.
Yep, they are
That's
studs.
sick. Any like how do you think they're gonna fare in the Ivy League?
Uh, they're definitely up there for sure.
That's wild. Is
Yeah,
that
they're
is that the
100% up
fucking
there.
go buzzer?
What's that?
Is that the fucking gotta take off fire
No,
buzzer?
no, we're getting a call, but the calls that'll wait. Not
Yeah.
not 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 that type of call. Just someone's giving me a ring right now.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're in.
But yeah, that's sick. Now, had kind of like the had like the bubble finish up. Like what was like the end result? Was there like a tournament or was it
No, it was
playoff?
just regular season games, and then everyone played their games, and now we're kind of back to where we were before we went down there. So kind of up in the air. Things really aren't too open right now still.
Yeah, it's fucking
So,
crazy. This world's
yeah, like
crazy.
honestly, like I need to break. I'm pretty beat up. Body took some abuse down there for sure. Cause yeah, you don't realize like when you play that many games
Oh,
back to back like that,
groin. Your groin must just
groins, the
kill.
hips, bro, the shoulders, and I know for like guys like myself and you and yourself, not too big, so you get
Beat up.
get beat up a little bit more easily than other guys. But yeah, it was awesome experience all in all, and really glad we had the chance to do that.
How's the weather down there? Just sick the whole time.
Close to perfect
Were
as
you
could be.
guys there during the Super Bowl?
Yep,
How wild was that?
wild. So I'm
Did
glad
you
you
like
asked me that. I'm glad
experience?
you asked me that actually, because I forgot to mention this to you. So we had a game on the Super Bowl on this day of the Super Bowl. So we had
Like,
to go. We were out like so we were off the resort because we were on the bus, whatever. And the rink we were playing at was actually like you had to go through Tampa to get there.
yeah,
So
downtown Tampa, or you kind of go on the
you didn't have
because
to go
Tampa
downtown.
Bay, where the
Yeah,
stadium is like in a field. It's the weirdest fucking
that
thing.
is weird. Yeah, we didn't go anywhere near the stadium, but we went like near the city, so like you could see what was going on. Like
Yeah,
people are out, right? But the coolest part of the day for me was so we go in the game and we pumped some team. I forgot who we played, but like really good game. So the boys are up, like we're all pumped. We're just happy to get back, go watch the game. And as we're like getting on the highway, you hear like this rumbling, and it's not like a car engine. It's like super loud, right? And we're like,
national
what,
anthem.
bro? Look up, and like those planes that flew over the Air Force bombers,
Oh,
right
that's
over the bus, bro.
sick.
Like you could see everything. Like, you could basically see the pilot in the thing. It was sick,
That's
sick.
sick.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I mean, we didn't really get other than that. That was probably the closest we got to any of those experiences down there because we were obviously back at the resort. But um, yeah, it
Still
was.
sick though. You're in that environment though. Like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
everyone's there. Everybody who's
Yeah.
everybody is there.
Yeah. And I have to say this. Just I need to say it, and I'm not really too happy I'm saying it because I'm a New Yorker. Not really a big football guy, but Tom Brady is the best quarterback in NFL
He's the
history.
goat.
No,
That guy is
there's
something
no
else.
no. Did you see this video this guy put on his Instagram too
No. What?
about the he says in like he made this video, it's like all the people doubting him, like all like the sports analysts saying Tom Brady's too old, this that Tom Brady can't win without Belichick, Tom Brady can't this that, right?
Yeah.
And in the comments, like his like caption for the picture was I keep all the receipts. That's what he
That's
said.
sick.
What a stud, dude.
Whoever's in charge of his social media, crushing it. Because
Crushing,
he owns it. Were
crushing
you
it. It
guys
was-
oh, too bad your fucking team didn't let you guys go see the parade. That would have been
yeah, I know.
sick.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of friends though that go to U Tampa, and they said, I mean, dude, did you see the videos of that? He was
Dude,
smashed,
sick. He was mangled. How about
man,
that? Mr. Healthy still can drink beers. That's how can you not love this guy?
man.
He looked like he's enjoying life in Tampa
Oh
because
my
A,
God, yeah.
weather's sick. You don't have to play in the snow. It's not fucking cold.
No.
And like when he wants to take a day off, Bruce just lets him take a day off. Like it just does not give a fuck.
Yep, he
And
can do
they're
whatever he wants, bro.
yeah, they're gonna win like the next two.
Dude, but
Probably.
no, so his I don't know if you follow his like the TB12, like his like company that he has. I don't know what it is about, but like he has his like trainer. It's like this European guy, a little European guy. I don't know if you
Oh
ever he's
yeah,
always in pictures with him. He actually lives on the resort that we were staying at.
that's sick.
And, like I've seen him like multiple times, like while I was there, like going like for runs, like he because he drives around in this golf cart, bro.
Yeah, is it
Pimped
souped
out.
up? Oh,
TB has TB12 logos on it. It's got spinner rims on it.
that's sick.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But good for him, man. And like I said, he's the there's
He's the
no
best.
argument. He's the best of all
That
time.
guy's got more championships than franchises.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Dude, it's not more of a rant, but like, I just got one. Oh my God. It's like every time you brush your teeth, it's like walking out of the dentist office. That thing is so
So we
Fucking
got a
amazing.
positive rant here.
Yeah, I got a positive rant. No free ads, but I'll give the Quip toothbrush a free ad here. Uh, it's really nice, really reassuring when you're spitting your toothpaste and there's no blood in the sink. That's what Quip does for you here, folks. Okay, it gently vibrates your teeth, and you know what? I didn't really know, and this is really brought to my attention. You can do sections for 30 seconds each when you brush your teeth with the Quip. It has that little vibrator. Is that what you do?
No, man. I mean, I had a Quip toothbrush when I was like 7.
Oh fuck, dude, you gotta get on this.
These are like high tech.
$22 right now on sale at Walmart. Steal.
What do you
Jump
mean
on it.
the sections? Explain this to us. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
I did not know that this was a good strategy, and maybe more people know about this. You can throw that in the comment section later. But all my life on Earth, I've never learned this strategy. You brush for 30 seconds each quadrant, and that's 2 minutes.
Okay, but what do you mean with the vibrate? It vibrates for 30 seconds?
Yeah, so vibrates for 30 seconds, then like double vibrates when that's done. So it tells you like to do it, like
Oh,
to go to the
dude,
next
this is
section.
like a car wash for the
Oh,
teeth.
I'm telling you, you come out of that thing with like a wax and shine. Like that, I'm loving it. Like every second I'm loving this thing because like the even the bristles, like they're so nice feeling like on your teeth. Uh, like half the time with like a well, there's a couple types of people here when they teeth brush. You got the pounders who just mash like the bristles so like it's just completely flat, like just basically down to the plastic. And then you got like the normal people like myself. Like after you brush, you still feel like shit on your teeth, which like the Quip does not allow that to happen. It is fucking
Dude, wow.
dynamite.
So
Highly.
you might be getting a job offer after this
That's
explanation
right.
about the
No
toothbrush.
free ads, but if Quip wants to help the boys out, we'll take more of those toothbrushes. Couple replacement heads, send them our way. We'll take them.
Hey, good to know. Good to know.
How was the weekend for you?
Weekend was busy, man. So I kind of for those of you that don't know, when I'm home here in Long Island, I'm a volunteer firefighter in my town, and it's just something that it kind of has been in my family for a while. My uncles and my grandfather were firemen, and something I've always wanted to do. And um, we're not I'm not paid. I kind of do it because I love it. But yeah, we've had some pretty heavy snow here, so I've been ripping out to a lot of calls. Been pretty busy with that, as you know, Sam. We were talking the other night. Got interrupted by a ring of the pager, but yeah, it's just what I've been doing. I'm just working out a little bit, trying to rest the body as much as I can, and start getting ready for next season. Just getting into the summer workouts a little bit early.
Now, will the
Uh,
does the fire stuff start to die down in the summertime, or does it like
It
scale out
actually
because
it actually
everyone's
picks
just
up
out?
because where I live is on the east end of Long Island, so like near the Hamptons. So you have a lot of like traffic on the highway there, people going out to the Hamptons. So in the summer, it picks up a bit just because there's more people out here.
A lot of
Uh,
drunk driving.
yeah, there's a decent amount of that. I mean, there's a decent amount of that everywhere.
Yeah,
But there's just way more people here. I mean, there's more people. It's just math and it just makes sense. Just a lot more things tend to happen.
yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, I love it, and a lot of respect for the guys who do it professionally. And it's
Yeah,
really it's just like being on a sports team. Honestly, it's just, it's a lot of fun, and you get to know the guys real well. You get to hang out.
those
Um,
guys that fight those forest fires out in California, holy shit!
oh yeah,
Hats
crazy,
off to them, because
absolutely.
that shit. I mean, you look at those pictures. I mean, you see that red sky? Like the entire sky was red for like
Dude, the
what, three
craziest part
days?
about those guys too is they don't fight the fire with water, bro.
They fight it with fire.
They fight it with fire, and they fight it with fire and shovels, man. They just dig trenches like animals, bro.
It's crazy.
So,
That's
like,
the thing I did
imagine
not
being
know.
dropped off in the middle of that with no water.
Yeah, so what do they do? They just how do you because I
They
know you have to the fire just suffocates it, but like what do how do they start another fire?
dig like it's called like a fire line. So like So say like the fire is burning like 100 yards away from me,
Yeah.
50 yards away from the fire, you'd back up and you'd make a fire line so that you dig a trench. I don't know what the actual like dimensions of it are, but like you dig a trench so that that fire, as it's burning down, it
Yeah.
won't skip. It'll stop because you got a trench there.
Because it has nothing to keep fuel in
Has
it.
nothing, to keep going. So they do it that way. And then like after they do that, like, and that's how they try to control it, like into a certain area.
Yeah.
And that's when they use like the airplanes and the helicopters to come in and dump water on it. And that's usually what does the job. But when you have
So
a
they're
wind,
just
man, when you
shoveling for that long.
shoveling and that quick, because like that, I don't know if you ever seen like you ever see the movie Home with the not Home with the Brave.
I have you ever seen Entourage with Nine Brave
Yeah,
Souls? Shout out to Vince.
yeah,
That movie,
yeah.
what could have been if that German director didn't fuck it all up. But
Yeah, I don't know I don't remember the name of this movie. It's gonna actually, let me look it up right now because that's gonna bother me. But
so
basically, it's
they're
about
just digging. That's their
yeah.
shoulders must be so
Oh
fucking.
yeah, dude. These guys, you got to be an athlete, man.
That's fucking nuts. How many people do this?
I don't. I mean, like in a crew, there's probably I'd say 30 to.
Like when they're dropping these guys off to make a trench, how many guys do a trench?
Well, like you got to think like it depends on how big the trench needs to be, right? It depends on how big the fire ground is, but I'd say probably anywhere between like you could have 30, you could have 100. Depends on how many guys you have in there. But like you have to think about how hard it is to get to these places. Like you can't drive your car up there. Like a lot of these guys jump out of planes, dude.
That's so
They
fucking.
jump out of planes. Yeah, it's wild.
That's fucking wild. I mean, I saw that one picture where it's like everything's burned and they're just on those like little like tinfoil like looks like a blanket.
Yeah, that's the movie I'm talking about. Only the Brave, it's called, not Home of the Brave. Only the Brave. It's about the Granite Mountain Hotshots. They lost like an entire crew in that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what do those like little silver blanket things do? They just like deflect the heat.
I mean, I don't know how much that really does, but I guess that's what, because like you see like your buddy that's the Air Force firefighter,
Oh
like
yeah.
jet fuel, like he'll probably know more about it. Like I guess like because jet fuel is like way hotter.
Oh shit.
So like they wear those like tin, they're like my turnout gear is completely different than theirs because it's like that tin, it's like that silver, whatever. But I guess that I don't know, keeps the heat out
Are those
better.
guys all military guys? Or are they like part
Dude, a
of the
lot of them
fire?
are just like dude, the one guy was a drug addict that like just like wanted to turn his life around, stop doing drugs. They gave him a chance, and like a lot of those guys are like guys who like live up in like the what, like a lot of like outdoorsy, like that outdoorsy kind. You
Really?
have to be, you have to know what you're doing out there, dude.
Well, yeah, that's the craziest fucking part. I mean, some of these wildfires, you look at that footage and it's crazy. Like
Crazy.
they're rescuing animals or just running for their fucking lives. It's like the
Yeah.
saddest thing ever. They're like putting like those forest fires in Australia. Those things were just so sad. Watching like koalas catch on fire, like fucking running for their lives. It's like shit. That sucks.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
Not good.
seriously though, hats off to those guys. And
Yeah, because there's not a fucking chance you're seeing me in the mountain shoveling jack shit. I can't even shovel my driveway.
uh,
Fuck that. But all right, Laporto, first guest on the show. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. Why don't you tell the people where you're coming in from?
So yeah, Sammy's old roommate from college, currently over with the Air Force overseas. Just pretty much just hanging out. That's about it.
What country are you in?
We're over in England.
Oh yeah, how you like it?
It's not bad. Country's on lockdown. Can't really do much, whatever. But I like it. It's not bad.
Now tell us some like what are some things that are like different that you're just like
Oh well,
what
first
was kind
fucking
of like your
cars,
first day
dude.
like?
Well,
What?
first day I show up to London, and weird. Just everything's different. just the signage, way airports are. First off, the airport was fucking huge. I'm showing up with like, 6 huge bags. I was just like, had no idea what the fuck's going on. Had to order a taxi, and and then
You
get
ordered
there,
a
and I
fake
like.
taxi?
Yeah, it was actually like a fucking normal. I think it was an Audi that I got
Do
picked
they
up in.
call it a cabbie there?
They call them fuck. We just we're talking about this today. Fucking can't remember. I think it's like a carriage.
A carriage? Do they even call Ubers, or do they just call them a carriage? I'll order a carriage.
I don't fucking know, dude. Like that. So out where I'm at, there's fucking. I don't even think there's Uber. I think it's just straight taxis.
Really?
Yeah. But like, I showed up and then had the taxi, and next thing I know, I forgot. Like, I kind of knew about it, but you just so much going on in your mind, didn't think about it. And the bitch goes to the like passenger seat, and I'm like, where is she? And I'm like, oh fuck, that's right. They drive on the right side. And so then like the whole ride to base, I was just like, this is weird. This is just weird,
You
wild
ever
shit.
did you ever panic on the highway when you see cars coming on the right side just flying by?
They got like a barrier, but I was just like, that's just so weird. And then, but I don't know. I'm pretty good at getting used to shit, but like that was just, I was just like, what the fuck? First time driving though, I was like, what?
I'd be terrified.
Well,
That
it's your depth, dude. Like I felt like I was gonna fucking run off the road and had no room. The
yeah.
roads are tiny. It was just, but then you get used to it. It's just,
But like I'm dyslexic, right? So like obviously opposites. It's just I'm gonna get a head-on collision. There's just no way around it. I'll be on the right side for sure. One of these times, I'll just forget because I always fuck up my rights and lefts.
oh yeah. I have to every time I get in the car, just be like, remember, stay on the left side.
What's the town like? That's near your base, like where you guys are living.
It's small, quaint, countryside kind of shit.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, it's rural farm area kind of stuff. Not too much. You got like towns all over. Like we're not too far from like London and all that stuff, but it's pretty chill.
Yeah. How what's it like the language barrier? Like obviously I know
Oh, dude,
both
their
speak
lingo
English.
is oh, they're like their slang kind of stuff is just it's weird.
Just like
I
sounds
I
like
don't
they
even.
got peanut butter in their mouth.
It's just like the first. I even still, but when I first got there, I could not like the British people would be talking to me, and I'd have to say like, "I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck you're saying," like 3 or 4 times in a sentence. Just and then they'd try to like explain it, and like I'm still like, "What? You just fucking explained it with another freaking slang word. I don't know what the hell you're talking about." And so I just did the like smile wave kind of shit, like, "Okay, yeah, yep."
That's
And then
wild.
finally, you kind of like started getting some of the lingo down. And you're like, all right, I kind of know what the fuck you're talking about.
What's the Tinder game like? Have you been swiping?
Yeah, we've been swiping. It's different.
Do you speak the language of love or what? Is there a language barrier there?
Yeah, they text weird too. It's
Really? So
same
like
thing. The slang is going into texting, and it's just
let
it's
me ask you something. So like you know how like America we kind of have our own style of how we hit on chicks. Is that style reciprocated in England? Or do you have to just wipe the board clean and just start all over with a real trial and error, see what works, and then just start to master that?
I'd say kind of like trial and error. Obviously, like because everything's closed, haven't gone to the pubs, haven't really got to like hit on or talk to like British chicks.
You
But
throw
off
out
of
the
here, it's just kind of like you just like, hey, what's up? And then like as you're talking, they're like, are you American?
Do they like the Americans over there or what? Can you throw that card out?
Uh, I'm gonna go 50-50 on that one.
Oh, really?
Some chicks are freaking like, oh, American, yeah. And it's just like I didn't even need to say anything. Like
Are they
they just
crazy about
started,
our accents like we are,
yeah.
like
It's like,
Australian accent?
yeah, like they're like, oh, do you have an American accent? I'm like, well, fucking American. Like, I don't
I
know.
love your accent, New Jersey.
I think I sound normal. You guys sound all jacked up, but
Yeah.
it's whatever. But yeah, like so it's like it's 50-50. Some British people absolutely fucking hate Americans.
Really?
And then there's the some that like some chicks are just like that's it. That's a turn on. The fact that you're American, you can be the ugliest fucking kid and you're scorned. No problem.
That's wild.
It's kind of funny. It's a hit or miss. It's not like
Well, when the bars,
situation based mainly.
yeah, when the bars start opening up, we'll get you back on. We're gonna need an update. What's it like? What's it like in the
Oh
trend?
yeah.
I
Pub
want to know.
scenes I've heard are pretty fucking cool, pretty wild.
Now,
Definitely different than the normal American bars. Like
yeah,
the ones
like
I'm
what's
at
that
there.
scene like? Are they going to? Because my cousin went overseas too. He spent time in England, and he's like, yeah, like they don't have like seltzers. Like you gotta drink like real like stout beers. Like it's a nightmare for
They
guys.
got no, they got ales, they got the stout beers, and then they love their ciders.
Really, side. It's a
So like yeah, so I was just I kind of like was just like kind of like put my nose up in the air. I was just like, yeah, snub you a little bit. Like, okay, ciders, like that's fucking cute. I went to school in Vermont. Like, we
now.
got some real good ciders up there. Like,
Oh, are ours better than theirs?
I don't know what I've had. Yeah, Vermont ciders are
Because you're a beer
not.
guy. I mean, if for the viewers that don't know, Tyler Porto has a he travels the country in search of breweries. Him and his father, they have this fucking map thing they're showing me. I couldn't get into it because I was fucking. I mean, I drink Natty Lights and Bud Light seltzers, so I don't like the taste of those types of beers. But that map thing was wild. I mean, this kid is a tourist for this stuff. I mean, how many what's your count up to now?
Oh, breweries?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. My dad has that written somewhere. He keeps track of that. But on the beer app that I use, let's see.
Have you used it here or since you've been in England?
Yeah, actually, wasn't really using it too much back home because it's pretty much just me and my dad. And anytime we went out drinking, he was checking in the beers and me and him
Collecting
were
it.
drinking the same stuff. So I didn't really get on it too much. But like what I have checked in is 161 basically different breweries
Oh, Jesus.
kind of thing.
That's fucked.
So that's like, and then like there's a bunch of beers from each brewery that I've had. I've had a couple over here, and they've
Any
been
go-to
very good.
ones? Oh, really?
They've been very good.
I bet you're. Wait, let me ask you this. Because England, with like their history and being so old, they must have some fucking breweries that have been around since like the Middle
Oh
Ages,
yeah,
right?
yeah. They're like same thing with some of these German. One of like actually, let me see if I can pull it up. They
Hey,
actually
send me
have
a lot of
they have
snaps of these German beers. I've never seen a snap of anything English. What's the deal? Is that like does
so
Germany
like
own? Is that like the Bud Light of Europe?
well, on base it seems that the most selection I have is German beer or American beers, like the typical Bud Light, fucking
Water, piss.
Heineken, Corona is like I'm just like whatever. And then they have like some like European stuff you could count, and it's been mostly German. I love German beer, and so it's like you really can't go wrong with that at all. But like, let me see, does it show? I think this one was like I want to say it was like 1500s or whatever is when this
Really?
brewery like yeah it's like
Still in
this
like the same spot that they
yeah
set up.
same recipe, same like brewery. Obviously it probably has gotten bigger
Yeah.
to mass produce this stuff and changed a little bit, but yeah, it's like
Still
on the
got the flag
can
of
it
death
like
on the walls.
yeah, I'm gonna see if I took a picture of it, but yeah, it was like something like that crazy like hmm
They look like a castle.
I don't know. I wish I should Google and actually research those and find
Dude,
out.
you gotta go to like the oldest brewery in like England, because that thing, imagine walking those steps, because you would have had like, I'm sure some old time, like, I don't know, I'm so bad at history, but like King Louis or one of those motherfuckers walk through those steps.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so much fucking history here. Like I've seen a couple cathedrals. Some of these towns have been here longer than than the U.S. has been a country. Like
That's the craziest part. You're gonna
it's
like you're
weird. Like
experiencing like colonial shit before like the U.S. was founded. Like that's just
yeah,
wild.
that's why the streets are so tiny. Is that they're all the little fucking coach and buggy horse fucking trails that they were like just
Aren't they like cobblestone
made.
too? They're like rock.
Some yeah, some areas are cobblestone, some areas are not. But the roads here are pretty much trash. They're bad.
Really?
Yeah,
They just don't
like
take care of them.
yeah, like it's just bumpy. And then like I just found one of the beers, and this one was founded or whatever. It says 1634.
Really? Holy shit!
You
Imagine
know,
that. Imagine that. That thing's been around since 1634. Are you kidding me? Now it's in an era where the iPhone exists. Like the fuck?
well, that's the one thing though about beer is like good beer. The recipe for beer is fucking simple. You have hops, you have yeast, creates alcohol. Obviously, the recipes are it's a science, but
Yeah.
like beer's been made. I mean, shit, the Egyptians were making beer kind of stuff.
Were they
You know
really?
what I mean? Yeah, like
I didn't know that. I mean, I assumed they were getting
it's
fucked
been
up
beer's
somehow.
been what the main thing people were drinking beer is water back then because
Well, that's the best. It's boiled it.
you had
That's
to
what they
boil it. You had to boil the water, and that's how they didn't know for the longest time.
They
But
did
that's why like
say
no one got sick from drinking beer.
exactly. They did say beer saved civilization because you had to boil all the shit out of it when you boil the water. So your move, water. Take that one to the bank, Tom Brady. Yeah, maybe we should start with telling people kind of how we first met, Laporto. Do you remember how it all started?
Yeah, I mean,
Lacrosse season?
yeah, I mean, we knew each other because I met you a couple times at the house before.
Oh
Came
yeah.
over, knew Bauer. But then you came out for lacrosse team that one year, and I was like, finally, like some like because you were also a goalie, and I was like, finally, someone I can get along with. Like, I
Yep.
walk up to you, I'm like, what's good, dude? Like, didn't
First
know
person
you. I
ever.
was like, yeah, I was like, didn't know you'd be here. Like, what the fuck you doing? And you're like, yeah, kind of taking a break from hockey, figured to come out. Been what? You were like, been 6 years or something since I played. Not a big
Oh yeah.
deal. And you're like, I'm just gonna jump in net, just getting ripped on. And you're like, had fun. Let's see how tryouts go. I was like, I'll probably make it. Like, we carry four. I don't think we have a fourth coming out. You're like,
Right in the
yeah,
spot, baby.
I'm just here. Made the slot, and then like fucking put in that work, and I was like, damn, you're gonna be like 3-man or even like 2-man pretty soon. You're like, and then but we would just fucking hang out every day, practice,
Greatest
go to
time.
the
Yeah.
house. Oh,
First person to come up, introduce himself, make me feel welcome. Like I was just so quiet, like no one else. Just like
yeah,
what taking
everyone
it
was
all
just
in.
kind of like, who's this kid wearing this vintage throwback gear? Like
Yeah,
this kid fucking I know everybody was judging the shit out of you, like this kid's a
100%.
fucking idiot.
Pulling gear out from like 6 years ago. That's all I had from high school. I was like, oh fuck, hopefully this looks good.
You looked like the biggest idiot. It was so funny. I was
Biggest
just like,
hit.
no way. This is not who I think it is. And I see you over there, and I'm like, yep,
God,
this is gonna be a good season.
that was that was a fun year. We had a pretty decent group of guys, made a lot of laughs, but like we'd also just like the shenanigans we would get into was just so much fun. Do you remember at the indoor lacrosse game right
Yeah,
behind
fucking down behind the bench, acting like idiots, just like
bringing this
dabbing,
back
like
after every goal?
you're fucking talking shit to the other team, like through the fucking
Oh
glass, acting like idiots. You
yeah,
come up, and the coaches are just like, you guys just explain who goalies are. Like, you guys
yeah,
just broadcast
biggest
goalie.
idiots.
Fucking idiots.
And I think that's what worked. I think that's what was the glue. I mean, we did everything almost together. I mean, we sat next to each other. We'd fucking remember when we'd pack chews on like road trips and
Yeah,
like
coaches never
oh,
knew. They just come, and then every fucking time we put one in, the coach was like, "Oh, gonna do a walk to the back of the bus and just see how everybody's doing." And I'd be like, "And night."
Yeah.
Like
Just moving
fucking
all
mouth
every
on out.
time, just having to take the biggest heater and from this side and moving it around your back just so like no
I'm
one
just
can
sitting
see
there.
up against the
I'm
glass.
sitting there just like lights out, like pretending to be asleep. And then they'd come and decide to talk to the guy right fucking across you, and it's like, "Go away, my mouth's full, I gotta spit."
My favorite part is like you would crack the can open and immediately the entire bus would smell like Grizz Mint. Like immediately like air
Everybody at the
freshener.
front, everybody at the front knew it was going
You
on. I'm
couldn't
pretty sure
hide
that's
it.
why the coaches came back every time. But like,
And the best part is they couldn't pinpoint it. They just
who?
knew who was
Yeah,
chewing. They couldn't figure it out, and we would just there'd be so many times they'd be back there for like 20 minutes, and you'd be swishing your dip spit around, just be like,
yeah, you could
God,
just
I hope I don't
smell
have to
full.
swallow
You're like,
this.
"Do
I
not
don't.
swallow this."
Please
Yeah.
don't ask me a question because I'm gonna spit all the shit out of my mouth. And then like as soon as he's done asking some fucking bullshit question about like strategies, he like leaves, and then you just take the Gatorade bottle and just unheave fucking madness. Fuck.
They,
Oh,
they they definitely knew it was us by the end of the season, for
100%.
sure.
100%.
But
My favorite part though, being in the way back was every time like anyone would have to piss. Remember when we had to make
the old
rock,
gauntlet,
paper, scissors, shoot?
the old gauntlet, baby.
Oh God! So do you want to? So how it worked is usually what, like maybe 6 rows back. We had a great that nucleus that we had back there. Great chemistry. Great group of guys back
Oh,
there
yeah.
for road trips. Great chemistry. Shout out to Weersy if you're listening. He's a good rock paper. He would always start us off with the
Oh
rock
yeah,
paper
he was.
scissors.
That was his thing. He would just be like,
Yep, we'd put our legs across the
Gauntlet.
aisle. So how it works is anybody that would have to take a piss, usually the last 6 rows on the back of the bus, we would make the person who had to take a piss play everybody in rock paper scissors shoot, and if you won, you were rewarded with your piss. And every time you beat the guy, you'd move up to the next round until you snaked
The
your
next
way to the
person, yeah.
bathroom. And if you lost, you go back a person. So you would get guys that would be held up. Like they would make it to all the way at the end. They'd lose to the last guy and it would fluster them so hard that they would lose like the next 3 and have to start back at the beginning. So you would just cycle through people just so badly. We had like the meat of that lineup. We were bouncing guys back and forth. Like we had 4 guys that were just unbelievable rock, paper, scissors, shoot by the end of the year. And guys were just like holding their dicks just like with piss because they had to go so
yeah,
bad.
they're like dancing. They're dancing. Like, just fucking let me go. You guys are such assholes. Like,
Who was the one that was who just
Oh,
said, fuck it, I'm just going to piss myself?
no, I forget who. It was one of the guys did that. He was just like, "Fuck you guys," and went back to his seat. He's like, "I'm just gonna piss myself." I don't
Yeah, he just like pissed right in the bottle.
I'm pretty sure he just grabbed the bottle and said, "Fuck
Yeah.
it." But then we had Borza,
Rules.
who then we had a no shitting rule. No shitting rule. You are not allowed to shit on the bus. Like, not allowed. And he's up at the front and he's just like, "I have to shit." And he told the coach, like, "I fucking shit." And they're like, "Go shit that." He's like, "No, we got no shitting rule. No shitting rule."
No shit. Rule.
No.
Yeah.
He literally was on the verge of like shitting himself. And then finally he was just like, "Fuck it. I'm going to go back there and do it." And then he comes to us and we're like, you got to take off the gauntlet. And the kid smoked us. I don't think he lost the rock, paper, scissors. The luckiest kid goes in there.
You went like 10 for 10.
Taking him so long. And then he comes out and just beelines back to the front of the bus. And next thing you know, we're all fucking, "What the fuck's that smell?" And we're like, he just laid one and took off on us.
Yeah. Max fine. Speaking of like shit that's sugar free, have you read the Amazon reviews on those sugar free gummy bears?
Nah, I never fucking shop on Amazon anyways.
Oh, dude. Okay. When after this is over, you got to go on and you got to check out Amazon reviews for the sugar-free gummy bears. Apparently, how they make them sugar-free is the sweetener is a natural laxative. So if you eat more than
Oh
like,
yeah, if you eat too much, you fucking shit yourself.
yeah, so people with the gummy bears, they say they're so delicious, and people are eating like overindulging, like eating like 2 pounds of this shit, and are just diarrhea everywhere. All
It's
right,
the same shit. It's the same shit as cough drops, dude. At fucking basic.
cough drops give you
That was we
shit.
weren't allowed to have like candy or sugar, and like the few times we were able to go to like the commissary, the BX kind of shit to get like stuff we needed, we were allowed to have cough drops. And if you looked on it, it said it's a natural laxative. And so like a couple of games we would play because fucking bored basic, can't really do much, just getting yelled at all day long. We just fucking need as many cough drops as we could and then just fucking shit our brains out. And I didn't have toilet duty, so I didn't really give a shit. I was like, oh fuck it.
That's unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna
But
read you.
it's true.
I just pulled it up. All right, you ready? Here's the first paragraph. Oh man, dot dot dot. Words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The gummy bear cleanse. If if you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you like the dozens of people that have tried in my order, run. dude, I couldn't stop laughing reading this. It gets better. First of all, for taste, I would rate these a 5. So good, so true to taste.
Wait, 5 out of 10 or just five, like 1 out of 5?
5 stars. So you only have 5 stars
Okay.
on Amazon. So he goes, first of all, I would rate the taste of these a 5. So good, soft, true to the taste, fruit flavors like the sugar variety. I was a happy camper. But, or should I say, B-U-T-T, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. Dude, it gets better. I had gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating, beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside. Oh, then, then came the flatulence. Heavens to Mutt Gord. The sounds like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench like 1,000 rotten corpse vomiting. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came at me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw.
Oh, dude.
That's the greatest line ever. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincter was screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was gapping maw projectile vomit torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid, flammable liquid napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible.
Dude, this guy's like a true fucking, what do you call him? Author. Like keep narrating the shit out of that one.
Poet.
Painting a picture in my head for sure, dude.
It goes, next line just goes, and it went on for hours, period. Next line. All right. I felt violated when it was over, which I think I might not have been sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005.
How'd you stumble upon this?
Oh, spitting chicklets. Shout out to you guys. Bravo. I just was
That's fucking
I was
hilarious.
scrolling through like Instagram and I read like the caption. I was like, "Oh god, I have to read this paragraph." Cuz usually I like anytime I see like large text, I just run and hide cuz I'm not going to really invest my time in
Yeah.
reading that. But
Only shit I really read like in full for like texts or anything would be like Barstool kind of shit, spitting
I just
chicklets,
read the title
or
basically. That's how I get all my information now. I know it's terrible cuz I'm one of those title readers, but that's why I'm not making the big decisions. Uh, all right. Last part. I had 5 pounds of these innocent looking, delicious tasting hella bears. So I told a friend about what happened to me, thinking it had some type of sensitivity I had to sugar substitute. And in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, she decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman, all of the same for her, and the phone call from her while on the toilet because you kinda end up living in the bathroom for a spell, telling me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspicious that we were exaggerating. She took them to work since there was still 99% of the bag left. She she works for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. A lot of people who generally have limited access to toilets on a given day.
no, not on a port potty.
I can't imagine where all those poor men and women pooped that day. I keep envisioning men on roofs crossing their legs, trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or should they just jump. Ah,
A fucking full clinch on the top of the roof. Ah, Johnny,
yeah.
I'm stuck. I'm
It's
stuck,
is
Johnny.
it worth breaking your ankle to shit yourself? Those are a lot of decisions that are coming out of this. If you order these, best of luck to you, and please don't post a video review during the aftershocks. Oh God! But yeah, that would explain a lot about what's going on in my body too. Cause those have you ever had those sugar-free watermelon monsters?
Oh, dude, Monster, I don't even go near. I just fucking stick with Red Bull or the Reigns.
Oh, the sugar-free watermelon ones, mwah, delicious. And I thought I had COVID, but now it starts to check out because then I started looking up like what was causing it, and I was doing like 2 of those things a day, and I was like, I think I have COVID. I think I have COVID. But I'm like, I have no symptoms. I'm like, everything's coming up negative. I'm like, oh no. So now that's out of the diet, 100%. But yeah, we had a little mishaps last week. All right, let's get into some segments. Little rant time. Riley, what do you got for us?
So obviously been doing a lot of traveling lately,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh, did you guys fly down for that, or did you bus it?
half of us bust and half of us flew. I couldn't be on a bus for 24 hours, bro.
Yeah, I'd kill myself.
But hang on one sec. But yeah, no. So my rant, just like obviously I was doing, like I said, doing a lot of travel. Just the way people behave, man, in the airport. Like, come on. I want to know, like what goes through people's minds before they make the decisions that they make.
Conscious decision.
Yeah. So like I'm pretty simple. Like I'm a pretty simple guy, right? And I like I'm very like when I'm in public, I don't want to be that guy, right? That bothers people or everyone's like, what the what the fuck is this guy doing? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dude, these people, bro, like it's either that they don't care, which I think it is, or they're just that oblivious to
everybody around him.
around, right? This one woman, just like when you're on your phone, like I don't want to know what you're talking about, right?
Oh,
So
this is gonna be a good one.
I don't want to know what you're talking about. Right? This woman, she's sitting across from me, and I'm waiting to board the flight, and I'm minding my own business. I'm just sitting there. I don't have earbuds or anything because I'm not really big. I don't really listen to music or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just kind of like to hang out. And this
Yeah.
woman is screaming F bombs, this, that, other thing coming out of her mouth.
Oh yeah.
And like I literally felt like I knew when she was done with the call, I felt like I knew this woman, her entire life,
Inside and out.
inside and out. Like like the stuff you don't, I no one needs to know about.
It's Riley. Sounded like he needed to take the trash out. Do you need help with that, or
Exactly.
or you're okay?
Exactly.
Because
So
all I hear is your fucking conversation in my airspace.
yeah. And then we're gonna back it up a little bit too. And this one, I know you're definitely gonna be able to relate to. Going through security, bro. If they ask you to take everything out of your pocket,
Just do
take
it.
everything out of your pocket.
Yeah, don't fight it.
Take everything out of your pocket.
Oh,
This woman goes, "I have a quarter. Can I keep it in my pocket?"
yeah. Yeah,
It's her. It was in her hand. It was in her hand. Why? Just put the quarter in the bin. Why?
How crazy
yeah.
is it flying right now with COVID?
It was crazy, man. You got like guys like I had this one. I'm not even kidding. This one guy, Windex. He had a Windex bottle, and he was Windexing his
Spray in the air.
he's Windexing the seat before he sat in it.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So we were late to take off because Buddy was Windexing
Cleaning
his chair. Yeah. Yeah.
Please
Dude, but you can see some of these people, man. Like, I mean, I wear a paper mask, right? Like whatever, the
Yeah.
normal blue mask. Some of these people, bro, you would think it's like a step below a hazmat suit with these masks, bro.
What is security? Can you go through security with like these fucking masks on?
I guess they make an exception for it now, man. But like, dude, like it looks like literally some of these people look like fighter pilots, man, on the plane with these.
I'm just thinking about like a metal detector. Like clearly some idiot's probably going in with a gas mask.
I mean, yeah, some of them have like rebreathers on them, bro. Like
Like,
crazy. If you're that worried about it, don't fly.
yeah, just drive your car. It's that simple.
Don't fly. Yeah, just to stay away from it. But they do a really good job though, like keeping the airport. The airports are cleaner than they've ever been.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean,
Yeah, I mean JFK's not
one industry
New
that
York, but I mean Tampa's airport was
mint.
mint.
That's
Yeah.
a great airport to fly out of too, by the way.
Oh yeah, talk about easy, bro.
Oh,
Dude, I don't know if this happened to you,
Dude.
but when I was there, man. So like I checked my bags, and the guy's like, "All right, up the escalator," and you go right into the gate. The security isn't until you get to the gate.
yeah. It's like right there, and you just like
I'm
walk
sitting
10
there.
feet.
I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I didn't go to. How the hell am I? I didn't go through security yet. Because usually, right after you check your bags, you go through security, then you go to the
Yeah.
gate. You go to the gate, then you go through security. There, it's
Yeah.
different, but
It's wild, but it's such a sick airport.
it is. It's dope.
And like flying in, flying out, great view.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great view, great weather. Tampa's a sick area, Tom. Good job.
Yeah,
Fuck, does New England suck? I hate winter. It's the
Yep.
worst. fucking that should be my rant, but I got a better one. Have you ever had a Quip toothbrush?
Yep.
Dude, it's not more of a rant, but like I just got one. Oh my god. It's like every time you brush your teeth, it's like walking out of the dentist office. That thing is so
So
fucking
we got a
amazing.
positive rant here.
Yeah, I got a positive rant. No free ads, but I'll give the Quip toothbrush a free ad here. It's really nice, really reassuring when you're spitting your toothpaste and there's no blood in the sink. That's what Quip does for you here, folks. Okay? It gently vibrates your teeth. And you know what I didn't really know? And this is really brought to my attention. You can do sections for 30 seconds each when you brush your teeth with the Quip. It has that little vibrator. Is that what you do?
No, man. I mean, I had a Quip toothbrush when I was like 7.
Oh, fuck, dude. You got to get on this.
These are like high tech.
$22 right now on sale at Walmart. Steal.
What do you
jump
mean
on it.
the sections? Explain this to us. What do
Yeah,
you mean?
I did not know that this was a good strategy. And maybe more people know about this. You can throw that in the comment section later. But all my life on Earth, I've never learned this strategy. You brush for 30 seconds each quadrant, and that's 2 minutes.
Okay, but what do you mean with the vibrate? It vibrates for 30 seconds?
Yeah, so vibrates for 30 seconds, then like double vibrates when that's done. So it tells you like to do it, like
Oh,
to go to the
dude,
next
this is
section.
like
That's the end of our show. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you next Monday as we post weekly episodes of the Men Without Flaws podcast. Definitely check out localbigtime.com and check out our online store where you can crop the freshest outfits like this little beauty right here. All in a day's work, baby.